Hi, I'm Logan Tuft, and shortly this week I'll be moving back to my college at Northwestern College starting my sophomore year. I'm really excited to get going for that, but I remember freshman year, it was a ruckus, just figuring out how am I gonna survive college. And I know quite a bit of friends of mine who are getting into their freshman year. So today I'm going to give you guys my 5 tips for you to survive college in your first year. First tip for you guys is for you to have an open mind. More than likely going into your orientation weekend or your first day of classes, you're going to have some sort of plan because you're going to know what your classes are, you're going to know what kind of textbooks and materials you're going to need. You're probably going to have an idea of how you're going to make friends or how you're going to integrate into your new environment. Although what I've learned a lot from last year is that not everything goes according to your plan. For example, the major that you're pursuing right now may end up not being what you want to do later on. Or your roommate turns out to not be exactly the best person for you to be around. Or come an entire month from college, you don't end up having like a lot of people that you trust or that you're close with on campus. And honestly, while it does suck when plans don't go the way you want them, you have to accept the fact that it's okay and not everything will turn out the way you want it to. This isn't a perfect world that we live in after all. However, if you do have an open mind, while you are going to keep like an eye on plans that won't go your way, you're also going to keep your eye on things that could happen unexpectedly. Like you could get invited by a new group of friends that want to know more about you and have cared to like learn more about you on campus because they've noticed you. Or you could find something else that you want to do. Like if your first major is not something you want to follow, maybe you find something else from a different class that gives you a new passion and a new spark for you to pursue. Hey guys, this is future me here as I'm in the middle of editing this video. So as I was going through all the footage that I recorded, I realized that I deleted the second tip that I had for you guys. I don't know how that happened, but I mean, all I know is that the recording session for this video was pretty stressful and somehow I ended up deleting the second tip. But anyways, I'm just going to record what the second tip was for you guys while you guys look out at the sunset that is setting above my yard. So the second tip that I had for you guys was to let you guys know that you shouldn't take everything at face value at college. Like if you're at orientation weekend or if it's the first week of college and you're already kind of struggling right away and not really fitting in very well and everyone around you seems like they're having a great time and they're doing better than you, that's just not always the case because a lot of people show like their smiles and happiness to hide some struggles that they're going through. Well, that's not true for some other people, as some people are just happy because their lives are going great. Other people do struggle, because I remember last year I had a good friend of mine move in to college with me, and she was, I mean, I thought she had a better year than me. She was doing way better than me. She was getting all the friends that she wanted right away. But then over time I realized that she too was struggling with college and she was also in a hard place with that. And it was only after she took a chance and found the friends that she had where she was able to prosper at college. And that took me a long time for me to understand. And I kept a grudge on her for months until I finally made up for it. It just really sucks, guys, when you just think that way about people, when they think they're doing better than you, but you're just moping and slouching about how bad college is going at the moment. It's just not good to dwell on what your thoughts are saying and actually look at it what it is. And honestly, if you're also struggling, but if you are struggling right away with it, I suggest you guys find some help for it. At my college, they provide a wellness center where I went to for the first fall semester I did last year. And that really helped in how I could chart a better path for spring semester. And it's the same way with classes too, in which you could be wanting to take one class and it turns out to be not exactly what you were expecting or hoping. So you have to find a different class that is both great in how it sounds, but mainly needs to be great like as a class within it. And that's why if you take things at face value, it's just not the best because face value only looks good on the outside, but it may not be what you want on the inside. That's why the whole value of something is built on great things that are built within it. And from that, it allows the outside to be great, and it's made up from the things within it. So that's my second tip for you guys, and that's to not take everything at face value. Now back to the real video. Tip number 3 for you guys, it's really, really important. Engage with your environment. Guys, you're in a whole new city. You're going to meet new people, you're going to have new relationships, and you're probably going to learn a little bit more about yourself than you did in the past. This is an opportunity for you guys to just get out into college and then meet like these new people. This is kind of like an exploration of the world in a sense, where you're not seeing the same people that you're used to. You're seeing brand new people, brand new faces, and why not? Like, these are going to be the faces you see for the next 2, 3, 4 years, maybe more. You guys got to get out there and put yourself out there in order to know more of these people. Now, while it's important to embrace and engage with your new environment, it's also really important to bring up any possibility that you may feel homesick later on. Some people, homesickness is just not that big of a deal because they want to get out of where they're at. They want to go to somewhere new. They're more ready for it. But for a lot of people that I've met on campus, homesickness is like a really big issue, especially with some students that come from overseas. I had a roommate who's from Japan, and I could tell that there were some parts of him that were feeling that way. And I felt the same way too. And I live like an hour and a half away from my home. But point is, it's okay to feel homesick. It is great when you feel like you're missing something. And it's totally human. It's totally fine. But at the same time too, for those of us that have actively made the choice to go to college, many of the people in our lives, including ourselves, believe that we were ready to take a step forward into this world and learn new things to contribute to it. And if some people end up having a hard time at college, that's okay. If they need to take a step back and recalibrate what they might need to do, that's okay. Before you decide to take a step back though, it is important for you to give college a chance. My college said give it the first month, but ultimately, if it doesn't work out for you in the first semester, that's okay. And if you want to take a step back after that, that is good. But in order for you to give college a chance, circling back to the main point of it all, engage with your new environment, engage with the new people around you, and engage with the new opportunities that are lying before you in order to take your step into this world that is the campus. Tip number 4, it kind of goes hand in hand with tip number 3, but it's to participate. While you're out there engaging with your environment, there could be new places that you want to go. You could go shopping, you could go out to eat. For me, I always went to the movie theater in town. As soon as I saw it there, I was just like, that's where I'm going. But it's also important to participate in certain things on the campus. My campus had plenty of events for you to go to throughout the whole year. And if some don't really sound like they're for you, find something that is going to be for you. Find something to do that you would like to do, and that sounds cool enough for you to hang out with other people. If some people invite you to go do something, do it. Participate. Participate in don't participate in bad influence things, but participate in things that are a good influence and are going to make your experience at college a whole lot better than they did right before you got asked. And while it is important to participate in all the fun and eventful stuff that college has, or even what the town may have in store, or the city, wherever you're at, it's also important to participate with your homework there and with your essays, assignments, work, whatever it is you got going on there. Because at the end of the day, even if you're not paying it right away with your loans, you are going to pay for this experience, and this is going to be something you are going to be responsible for. You're actively paying for your education. And if you don't do your education, you're paying for nothing. You honestly could have just moved out of your parents' house and go to the same city and not have to pay for college. All you'd have to do was pay for your apartment and stuff. But if you're actively choosing to go to college, you need to have a balance between having fun in your new environment while also participating in the work that you are required to do. And finally, tip number 5 for y'all. And this is like the most important one for you guys to understand. This is in case if the last 4 don't end up working out for you. If they turn out to be a bust in the first week or so of college, this is very important. It's to not isolate yourself from the entire campus or from your roommate or from just everything there. I know from my personal experience that isolation became one of the big factors that really soured my experience at college. It didn't sour the entire experience because I was able to get out of that by like the last few months of the year, but a lot of the year, especially my first semester, isolation was really, really bad for me. I was always somewhere else, like either in my car or in my basement, my dorm, or just literally by myself anywhere and not really interacting with everybody. And I can assure you guys that is just not the great mindset to be in for it. So I'm imparting this wisdom onto you guys so that hopefully you guys won't make the same mistake that I did, which was cutting yourself off from an environment that may actually seem like they want nothing to do with you, but in truth, there are at least some people that notice you and think you might be a cool person or a cool guy to talk to, or at least a good person to be around, and they would like to get to know you more. It's important for you guys to make the step to put yourself out there and to show everybody that you do exist and you are someone important. Self-doubt may make you believe otherwise, that you may not be important to some of these people on campus, but it's important for you to just overcome that and to understand that not everything you say to yourself is true to what everyone else thinks. It is important for you to just step out and stand out, as my school would say, because Raiders stand out. But it's just important for you guys to just be you and go out there and show everybody what makes you unique amongst the 2,000 or 10,000, however big your school is, with however many students there are there. It's important for you to go out there and show yourself and everybody there what makes you unique and what makes you a very important and really cool person to be at that college. So anyways, guys, that's going to be all 5 tips that I have for you guys. Let's run them down quickly. Number 1, keep an open mind. Number 2, don't take everything at face value. Number 3, engage with your new environment. Number 4, participate in your activities and your work. And number 5, don't isolate yourself. However, if all 5 of those tips end up not really working out and college ends up not working, again, it's all okay. Because at the end of the day, college is a brand new experience for you to do. And if that experience turns out to be great by the end of the first year, then you're pretty much set to go. But if it ends up not being great, it's okay to take a step back and recalibrate and figure out what your next step is. But for those of us that are heading back to college for our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, however many years it may be, it's important for us to pass along these tips, or whatever your tips may be, to the freshmen or incoming students that are coming into this college. Because at one point or another, we were them too. And it's just really important for us to have their backs and to ensure that they have a great time here. Because at the end of the day, like I said, college is just an experience. And if you enjoy that experience, keep it going. But if you don't enjoy it, it's okay to take a step back. But we are here to make sure that that experience is the best it can be for these new students. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Make sure to hit the like button if you like this video, the subscribe button if you want more videos, and make sure to pass this around to other people who may need to hear these tips as well. And I hope you guys have a great time at school, whether you're elementary, middle, or high school going into that. I hope you guys, college students, have a great time going back. And for you freshmen, good luck to you guys. I cannot wait to meet some of you guys at my college, and I know some of the other upperclassmen are excited to meet you too. So anyways, guys, peace out, see you later, and take care.